What's going on, nerds? Welcome back to Comic Book Nerd Nation, episode number 84. I'm Fox2. We got Pirate.
Hey.
And the whole effing Brian.
Aloha.
Topher's not with us. I'm not sure where he is. He's like out camping in the woods or some shit.
He's out in the bush.
He's out in the bush.
He's Bear Grylls in it.
Does that mean he's drinking his own piss?
Yeah.
He's drinking his own pee and eating slugs.
Have you noticed that that's all that show like devolved into? Like, all right, because I'm sure there's like a room of like producers sitting somewhere saying, all right, what scenario can we put him in this week that will force him to drink his own pee? Because every you never saw that for the first I don't even know how many seasons there's been or whatever, but for a long time you didn't see anything really crazy like that, and then all of a sudden it just completely devolved into him having to eat raw fish that was not cooked and drinking his own urine. I mean, I watched there was a marathon on TV a while back. I was in a hotel or something. I think it was when I was in Texas a while back. And it's I watched 2 episodes in a row, and both episodes he had to talk for 15 minutes about the benefits of drinking his own urine.
Wow. So does he take it straight from the stream then? Does he get it straight from the source? He
lays on his back. Down. He lays on his back and puts his legs up in the air and just pees right into the hole. No. I can't remember. In a
survival situation, we don't have cups.
We just put dick straight to mouth.
Right.
You never go
a straw.
You never go dick to mouth.
Never go.
You always go.
Never
no,
go dick to mouth.
It's always dick to mouth, not mouth to dick.
Oh, okay.
Because then it just makes it whole awkward.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's start things off with what you've been reading. For me, it's kind of short. This week, I've just been, again, actually sitting right here. I was reading it a little bit before we started recording. I know that's backwards for everybody, but you can deal with it. Batman, Long Halloween. I'm, a little better than halfway through. The story's awesome. The artwork is kind of meh. It's not, you can kind of see. Artwork is a little bit on the cartoony side, not very detailed. It's not bad, but the story is really what carries it. So, if it continues to be this good, I will, as soon as I'm done with this one, I'll probably start the follow-up. I can't remember what the next one is. There's a follow-up to that.
The Short Christmas?
Yeah, The Short Christmas. So that's really, honestly, that's about all I've been reading. I did get to play a little bit of Batman, Arkham Knight. Not a lot. I'm not finished yet. We're not going to talk about the ending yet because I want to give people that are, the listeners that do buy the game, I want to give them plenty of time to play it before we go and spoil the ending for them or anything, because
I'm pretty sure that it's already been.
Probably, but
it's already been.
I don't want it to be us. So, what about you, Pirate? Did you get a chance to read anything?
No, I have been playing Batman nonstop. I am literally 95 or 96% done with everything on that game. All I need to do is rescue a couple firefighters and find a buttload more Riddler trophies, and it's done. That game, I've been playing it now. I had to tell my girlfriend I'm not the boyfriend she deserves.
I'm not the boyfriend you think I am.
But the boyfriend she needs right now. I'm up all night playing it. I know how Bruce Wayne feels when he has to show up to fucking after being Batman all night. It's been a rough week or two since that game came
When
out.
she calls you, she needs your help. Do you drive in your car and then try to pop out of the roof when you get there?
No, I basically just keep it in neutral and then open the front door and dive out the side.
When you wake
it's
up,
the best I can do.
When you wake up in the morning, you're like, "Where's my girlfriend?"
Pray to me.
When you wake up and roll over and her hair's all messed up and her makeup's all messed up, you're like, "Joker, what are you doing here?"
Oh God. What about you, Brian? What have you been reading?
I also been playing Batman, but I did get a chance to read this week. One of the books that really stood out to me was a new book by Image and Brian K. Vaughan called "We Stand on Guard." I don't know if I could get that in my phone camera. There it is. Ooh. It's basically, it starts off really strong. The White House was just bombed, and a family's watching it on TV, and they're in Canada, and like 2 pages later, bombs start dropping in Canada, and then it jumps up into years into the future, and it's basically the U.S. and Canada are at war. They mentioned something about it being over Canada's water resource, and they have the U.S. have these like machines. Instead of like soldiers on the ground, they're like, one's like a dog type thing, and then another one's this big giant ape with cannons all over the arms and legs and back. It's really cool. I like it. The story so far has been really good. It's still the first issue. It's definitely worth another shot. So, and then I read Secret Wars #4, and that was awesome too. 2 major 616 characters get killed. And wow, Secret Wars has been good so far. I'm not very happy with what's coming after, because I don't know about everybody out there, but my comic book store gave me a preview book with all the covers. I know it was leaked online earlier, but I don't know, some of these titles look horrendous to me.
Yeah, I've not really been overly excited with a lot of the new stuff that's been coming out. It's kind of why I've been shifting gears. I haven't been reading as much, but I've been kind of shifting gears and going back and picking up more of the graphic novels and trade paperbacks and stuff, like the older stuff that I haven't read that has gotten great reviews. And I mean, I've got a list of about 6 or 7 Batman graphic novels that I really want to read. So while I'm upset that the new stuff isn't really appealing to me right now, on the other hand, it's kind of nice that I don't feel the need to try and keep up with that and go back and read the stuff that I haven't read yet that I really wanted to. So it's been kind of nice to have a breather.
I don't know. Some of this stuff, like, I think I'm saving money come whenever the all-new Marvel comes out. Especially when they're making Peter Parker Batman.
What do you mean?
They're giving him a car. He has a new suit. And, like, I don't know if people could see this cover, this art that well on this page. But, like, there's him in, like, a tux pressing his watch. And then if you come over, there's a building behind Spider-Man.
You're really bad at showing stuff on.
Yeah,
there you go.
There's a PI, which is Parker Industries.
What?
So he's like becoming the Bruce Wayne Batman. I don't know. It's Spider-Man, so I'm gonna have to like. I'll probably pick up the first few issues to see how it is, but
you're gonna take that pill and swallow it.
The whole thing about Parker is. Peter Parker and Spider-Man was like, you could relate to him because he was a normal guy. He didn't have everything. His powers didn't give him everything. He lived in an apartment that he could barely hold on to. And he had like everyday problems when he was Peter Parker. And now they're making him like Bruce Wayne.
Well, in all fairness, he didn't have parents either.
Yeah, that's true too.
They ever in Spider-Man? I've never really read Spider-Man, but in Spider-Man, did they ever cover like what happened to his family? Like
a few times, an accident. I think one story made them SHIELD agents or CIA agents. I think there's a bunch of different ones, but like.
So there isn't like an official canon.
Yeah. Like, there's all these, like, spider, like, books now. Spider-Woman, like, the picture of that, she's pregnant. There's the Miles Morales Spider-Man. the Peter Parker book is Amazing Spider-Man. The Miles Morales is Spider-Man, which I like the Miles Morales character. I'll probably end up picking that up. That's by Brian Michael Bendis. But then there's also Spider-Gwen, there's Silk, there's Spider-Man 2099, and then there's Web Warriors. So it's like the Batman books almost. Batman had like, Batman Detective Comics, Nightwing, Batwoman, and all these other books. It's like they're doing the same thing. It's weird. Get to your comic book store, check it out, look online. I'm sure they're online everywhere. Check them out. Tell us what you think.
All right. Let's give me 1 second here. All right. Let's shift gears. Let's do something a little bit different this week. We got a really awesome comment on, I believe it was our most recent video. It was just a day ago as we're recording this on July 4th. So I want to read this. I want to read this comment. It's from one of our viewers, Davin, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing this wrong. It's Davin Orvin. I'm not sure. He said, I found this channel by searching YouTube. I came on about episode 46 to 48 or somewhere in that region. I searched comic book podcast, and 10 pages later, I found you. Typing Marvel, DC News, or anything, or any specific character like Spidey or Batman didn't bring you up. I deleted many channels since then because their videos are too short, like 1 to 3 minutes long. Also, now this is the part of interest. Also, a while back you guys played an impromptu game in the cast and haven't repeated it. It was part of your gaming section and it was killer. Very funny. Since then, many big channels, Popcorn Talk, Comic Book Cast, and more, picked up playing that one or similar games, and they grew with it. Just thought you'd want to know. I like the channel and look forward to it weekly. Peace. Well, first of all, David, we really appreciate the support. I know you have commented.
I think it's Davin.
Davin? Okay,
Yeah.
We'll go with Davin.
Since that does sound like a real name, not Davin.
Well, you never know.
I could
Fuck
be wrong.
you, pirate. Fuck you and
Fuck
your
me.
logic.
Yeah, you already said that.
So Davin has commented many times. We've got a lot of people that comment fairly regularly. But this just got me to thinking, like, he really enjoyed this. We're down one person today with Topher being out, and his What You've Been Reading section is typically the longest section about X-Men in this podcast. and with him gone, that kind of makes the right number to repeat this game. So we're going to play a little game. And Davin, I'm sorry if this isn't the game that you're talking about. By all means, let us know in the comments section of this coming video, and we'll try to repeat the game that you're talking about. So we're going to be playing a game called Fight, I believe was the name of the game. But essentially the premise is I'm going to give a battleground scenario, and I'm going to assign a character to both Pirate and Brian, and then they each get an opportunity to make their argument as to why their character would win in a fight against the other person's character.
I think we need a theme song for this.
Are we going to
I think we need a name for it first. I think it should be. I don't know about the name. That's too much work. But how about a theme song?
Are we going to have like a character and then one random ability that character has?
Yeah, I've already got some stuff figured out. Yeah,
that was like that game we played.
Yeah, that's
the whole card game.
That's the whole premise of this, motherfuckers. We're repeating a game.
We just don't have
Did
the
you
cards.
not just Brian?
Brian,
no, I know we did one game and then we did another game we played with Topher where it was like an actual game.
That was Cards Against Humanity.
No, not Cards Against Humanity.
That was Fight. Yeah, and then we did it again the next week where we just kind of impromptu did it.
Yeah.
because he wasn't here and we didn't have the cards.
I need to buy that game.
All right.
But I think we need a theme song.
Yeah, I think so too.
Make it like kind of Romanish.
Yeah, we need something that
Like
that screams like Coliseum.
Bum, 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 dum, 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 dum. I don't know.
That'll work.
That's all I could think of.
I'll take it. Okay. The battleground scenario. The two characters will be fighting in an upside-down school bus, which is balancing on top of one of those like really thin mountains that you see in the like Mission Impossible movie. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like teetering on top of that. And
is it inside the bus or can we be outside the bus?
No, you gotta stay inside the bus.
So we're confined here. Okay.
All right. John, your character is a tabby cat,
What the fuck is a tabby cat?
like a household cat,
Okay.
with adamantium claws,
Okay.
but it only has one leg and one arm.
It's a cat, so would it have like?
Like
So-
it has its right hind leg and the left front leg.
So I can only spring in like one direction, so I have to keep jumping right. Like, what kind of shit is that?
He's the best at what he does in a litter box.
Brian,
How do I bury my turds?
Brian, your character is a stuffed animal with acid farts that only has the capability of jumping 3 inches off the ground.
Wait
So
a
I'm
minute.
basically like Ted with bad farts
Yes.
that can
Yeah.
burn through people. All right.
All right. Brian, make your case.
All right. So I definitely win because I'd fart and
If the bus falls, you both lose.
well, I'd stand in the middle of the bus because if the bus falls, we lose. So since he has claws and could only hobble, I'd wait for him to get in distance of almost slicing me into stuffed parts and just fart and let the fart eat away his remaining limbs. Which he'd be then he'd be like a sausage with the head.
A furry sausage with a head.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't have to jump because if I jump, the bus might fall. But
Alright.
we don't weigh that much as is, so the bus might fall anyway.
I don't think the bus has fallen with a stuffed animal and a cat inside it.
All right. Pirate, make your case.
Well, I'm kind of screwed because he says he's standing in the bus, and all I can do is basically jump in one direction because I'm assuming I have either one right leg or one front right paw and one rear left paw. So if a cat was to, I can't really jump straight because then I'll fall over. So I have to like constantly keep going like this, doing like the icky shuffle sideways, and then if I was thinking like I could jump around him like in a circle and then claw, but then once I get to his ass end, he's gonna gas me. This is tricky. Okay,
You're not putting together a very convincing.
I know.
Yeah.
You're not
I
making.
had
You're
mine.
not making a good case here.
You're the one. I mean, hell, my cat has one leg and one arm. Maybe he's suicidal and depression right now. I don't know. Maybe he dives into his ass and kills himself.
Maybe he's really fast.
He is fast, just fast in one direction. All right. What I do
Maybe he
since
can hop
obviously we're
pogo
stuck in
stick
the middle.
style.
No, since we're stuck in the middle, and I have adamantium claws, and he says he's just gonna stand in the middle. I'm just gonna try to jump. I'm gonna try to I'm just gonna dive in, straight forward, claw out, and I'm just gonna attack him and pounce on him, and his ass is gonna be pointed down, and I'll just claw his eyes out.
Oh no, I'm hunched over the whole time. Just
Okay,
looking between my legs to aim.
The old aloha monkey routine.
I'm a cannon of acid farts.
Oh God. We really need the cards to play this game. Is what I'm.
No, we don't. We just need a judge to come up with better shit than a
All right,
two-legged
fine.
cat.
It's on you. All right, your turn to come up with scenarios.
Wait, who won that fight? Whoever won that fight should be the judge.
You know what? I tipped the bus.
Brian wins.
I fart through the bus to make safety.
Brian, you're the winner. That was the worst fight ever.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That's
All
what I
right,
get for trying to come up with a
here we go.
a scenario on the fly.
All right,
All right.
the arena is an old school 60s dojo.
Okay.
Dojo.
Like when you picture it, it's like you're watching a 60s movie.
Like a Bruce Lee flick.
Yes, exactly. Like
Okay.
that graininess. Pirate, your character is an ice cream man.
Okay.
One that pushes the carts.
Okay.
Doug, your character is a mailman with his bag and short shorts.
Okay. Okay.
Pirate, your power is that the ice cream you hold in your little cart thing are explosive.
So I'm like Gambit, but with ice cream sandwiches instead
Yes,
of
but you
carts.
can't show them, and they're not ice cream sandwiches. They're ice creams on the stick.
Ice creams on the stick. Okay.
Yeah, like ice
okay.
pops. They're ice pops. Doug, your bag is filled with razor sharp letters and packages. Well, not letters, like regular envelopes and manila envelopes, like when you're sending paperwork.
Okay.
Now that's you gotta remember that
Okay.
you have two varieties. And you have the accuracy of like bullseye.
Okay.
Well, actually, you both have good accuracy. Make it interesting.
All right.
And there are spikes at the end of the dojo, like around the walls. So you only have the middle dojo part with the nice little poles standing up to hold the roof up, and then spikes around the edge.
Okay.
And
I won this one.
Ladies first.
yeah, Pirate, you go.
All right. So obviously, since I have a cart, I have protection from your razor sharp envelopes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly reach into the cart, like I'm gonna stay hunched over and skim in there, and then poke around, throw my ice creams, and they're gonna explode. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to keep throwing them at your feet. Even if I don't hit you, I'm gonna hit in that general direction, which is gonna force you into the spikes at some point. The explosion itself is just gonna blow you back, take you off your feet, and then I win. Plus, I'm an ice cream man. So then I'm gonna
Okay.
chill out with ice cream,
I'd like to present.
and then I'm gonna say something too at the end, like chill out. I win.
I'd like to bring up several points here. First, I'd like to just mention that my shorty shorts that I would be wearing will have allow capability for added flexibility and agility for dodging purposes. There'll be no restriction in the crotchial region, so I'm very nimble, quick. Let's see.
Does your fruit bowl fall out?
My fruit bowl falls out to the side all the time. God.
Free nut shot. Boom.
Oh, damn it. Okay, so these two, when I hear these two, they're really natural enemies because, and it's really in my favor because as a mailman, they're constantly preparing and detecting explosives. Preparing to prevent explosives. I mean, look at the case of the Unabomber. I mean, this is a historical trend of many of my clan have prepared for this exact type of battle. So I feel like I have decades of upbringing, of tradition, just steeped in anti-explosive technology and theory. So the fact that he thinks he could beat me with something that I've literally been training for since the first day that I got my shorty shorts, I don't think that that's a really good claim. Secondly, he's got to push a big slow cart around. with my shorty shorts all tight, nice tight fitting and everything, I can just, literally doing cartwheels around him, just snagging manila envelopes and little envelopes and just throwing them. I think that the technique that I would go for is I would use the bigger, sturdier manila envelopes, the good side, like the 12 by 16s, to take out the wheels on the cart. Okay? So once the cart's disabled, he's completely stationary now, unless he wants to give up on his vanilla ice cream explosions or whatever. At which point, then I could use the smaller envelopes, like the wedding invitations, the birthday cards, the all that kind of stuff, and just wing them right at him. And I would just end up cutting him to pieces. It's really not much of a fight, just from the simple fact that along with every pair of shorty shorts comes decades of training against explosives.
John, do you have a rebuttal?
Not to mention he's basically a terrorist.
So if he's doing cartwheels, in his bag, how does he maintain? Are you doing like no-handed, like aerial cartwheels?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when the wheels go out on the cart, what I would do at that point
Just kiss your ass goodbye.
is knock the cart over, dive into the explosive ice creams, and chuck handfuls in his general direction of and I'm talking the good stuff, like the Pac-Man with the gumball eyeballs, those guys, because the gumball eyeballs, those are the money shots, because that's like 3 bombs in one, because you get 2 treats basically. So it's the good humor stuff too, you know what I mean, like the top shelf ice cream sticks. And then if it comes down to fisticuffs directly, I'm going to stab him with popsicle sticks repeatedly in his shorts with his fruit bowl, because fruit is the actual enemy of ice cream. That's the real enemy there. Nobody wants fruit when you can have ice cream for dessert. This is America.
In conclusion, okay. I would just like to state his stabbing with popsicle sticks versus my razor-sharp letters.
But
Need I say more?
Your fruit bowl's hanging out. Okay? I'm stabbing the goods. I'm going straight to the fruit bowl. It's hard to throw letters with razors on them when you're getting wooden sticks stabbed into your fruit bowl. All right? Now the shorty shorts have fallen.
The shorty shorts have fallen? Is that what you just said? I feel like you've said that before.
Meanwhile, you're getting your tea bag stabbed with popsicle sticks, and you're going through your bag searching for wedding invitations to stab me and cut me with.
This is too fucking hard.
All right.
Oh, what does the mailman do when these balls have popsicle sticks stabbed into them? Nothing.
Oh, God.
The best you can hope to do is dig for your bag and grab your dog mace.
All right, so my judging outcome is this. I'm surprised both of you didn't John, I'm surprised you didn't try to run Doug over with the mail cart. And Doug, I'm surprised you weren't trying to hit Pirate with the mail bag as you're doing your flippy flips. I'm also surprised that Pirate didn't have a catchphrase like "ice cream, you'll scream." We all scream for ice cream.
That was way better than that shell out.
Oh, God, it's too funny.
But since Doug brought up the shorty shorts, I give it to him.
Oh, shit.
Damn it.
And plus, you both have accuracy. I'm surprised you're both not saying you'll knock each other's bomb or razor sharp shit out of the sky.
We were too preoccupied with the fact that my fruit bowl was hanging out the whole time. Oh shit, that was fun. A little slow start, but that was good.
Yeah.
All right. Pirate, you are now the judge.
All right. Let's see here.
Last one. Then we'll get on to some news.
Okay, Fox, you are a lumberjack.
Yeah, man.
And your ability is
Nothing like some dead air time.
is throwing wood and making it explode.
All right.
Brian, you are a God, I didn't expect this. Brian, you are an 80s hair metal guitar player. No, singer. Okay. And like let's say you're like Sebastian Bach, but from Skid Row days. And your ability is like Banshee, like you have like the sonic yell,
But I sound like an
can,
80s
like-
hair metal guy.
but you have to do it like an 80s hair metal guy. And the arena. Well, hold on, pirate. You would the lumberjack wouldn't have one because the arena. We're gonna do this separate.
You mean Fox? You just called him pirate.
Yeah, Fox. You wouldn't have. You're not a lumberjack that can explode wood. You're a lumberjack that has the ability to a super tight bear hug. So you got to snuggle with him. And in the arena is a barber shop.
Okay. All
Go.
right. All right. Brian?
You want me to go first?
Yeah,
All right.
go first. I'm going to have to think about this one for a minute.
First of all, this probably will give Doug some ideas. I'm nervous in a barbershop, so I'm going to pull out all the stops because if I'm a hair metal guy like Sebastian Bach, I don't want my hair getting cut off. So my first move is I'm picking up a comb and combing my hair. And while I'm doing that, I'm singing a fucking power ballad straight to his face. Bouncing off all the mirrors to get him from all angles so he has nowhere to go.
I feel like in order for that power ballad to count, we should have to hear at least like a 5 to 10 second sample.
That's all I could do.
All right. We'll count it.
I don't think the viewers want to hear my power ballad. So I'm bouncing all around, screaming my lungs out to like stuff like I can't think of a power ballad right now on the top of my head. But yeah, those are my moves.
Okay. Now, I don't know.
I'm also wait, before you go, Doug, I'm also standing like this.
Okay. Now, I don't know if the viewers out there have ever actually seen a picture of Sebastian Bach, particularly the clothes that he wears. His pants are so tight that they look like that they're painted on. So I can't imagine that mobility would be really at. I don't think he would be able to jump at all. I mean, most of his outfits, as I'm looking at some pictures of him right now, look to be like leather metal studded, skin tight outfits, which look to be probably pretty heavy and pretty cumbersome.
Hey, if David Lee Roth could jump and like kick his feet out in different directions in the air, then I think I could bounce around mirrors.
Man, it's really unfortunate that you're not David Lee Roth. There could never be two David Lee Roths. I think we all know that. I think that's a point that we could agree on. That being said, we're in a barbershop. 50% of winning a fight is mental. And he's coming into this absolutely petrified. He's got those long, girlish locks. And there's barbershop clippers, there's scissors, there's combs, there's all these tools of mass hair destruction all around him. So he is completely and utterly distracted throughout the entire fight. I mean, just petrified, literally pissing himself right down his tight little leather pants that he's wearing, his assless chaps or whatever it is. So from a fight perspective, it's really almost not fair because he's going to be so cumbersome in his movement. Plus, he's just absolutely petrified to the point where he's wetting himself in this barbershop. But I guess I would just, my only option at that point would be to just kind of bum rush him and just squeeze him. And as I squeeze him, immediately he would start to try and yell. But the fortunate part about that is with an incredible amount of pressure on your lungs, and you're not going to get any airflow through your windpipe to your vocal cords to make any noise. So really, his power is useless from the aspect that from the gate, I'm just going to jump right on him and squeeze the shit out of him. He's not going to be able to yell. So that would be my tactic.
Judge, can we have a judge look up? Did Skid Row do the song "Monkey Business"?
Let me see there.
I can tell you, Skid Row, Monkey. Yes.
Okay. So if my power is my voice, I'm gonna get down in a kneeling position, kind of like Tebowing, but with my arm out because I'm singing. And I'm going to start singing Monkey Business, which is going to call in a swarm. It's going to hit the right pitch to call in a swarm of apes. Like, only apes are going to be able to hear it. And they're just going to attack Doug and his lumberjack and just beat him to a pulp and rip him apart, because we know what monkeys do to humans. We've seen the Oprah special with the chick that got attacked by apes and stuff, and baboons and chimpanzees. And if I'm not allowed to do, that's my move. But if the judge says I'm not allowed to do that, if my rebuttal in turn, if that's not possible, is if he's gonna bun rush me, then I'm gonna go back and
put two together. You gotta either, it's all or nothing. You're either going with that or you're not.
Well, pause on the monkey thing.
Okay.
Your ability to do this is based upon Doug's answer for it.
Yeah,
what does
and I mean, by that logic, obviously, Babe the Blue Ox is going to come in and just stomp the fuck out of some monkeys.
Well,
my giant blue ox is going to fuck your shit up. Everybody knows that a great lumberjack has a giant blue ox.
Well, if you
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'll let the summoning of the familiars.
Just by the fact that you've got some little fucking Wizard of Oz monkeys that don't even have wings, just coming in and throwing poop at each other, because everybody knows that that's all they do is they fuck each other in the butt and they throw poo. My giant blue ox is just gonna walk through, trample them, and then just finish you off without a problem.
But how do you call him in? How do you? He explained how he calls his monkeys in. How do you call in Babe?
It's not Babe. It's not Babe the Blue Ox. That's Paul Bunyan's. Mine is Burley the Blue Ox. So I rip my flannel open, and then I tweak my chest. I tweak my chest hairs at the right frequency. And he comes storming in, and it puts him in such an enraged testosteronal fury that I mean, he's just gonna gore Brian with his giant horns. I mean, you got to think this ox is like 12 feet tall. Can you imagine how long the horns are on a 12-foot tall ox? Just saying, game over. That's it. You opened Pandora's box, and now it just shit on you.
I gotta rebuttal that.
All right.
I'm a famous 80s singer. Monkey Business is playing all across the United States, Canada, maybe even Mexico, and all the monkeys from all the zoos are just coming in, flowing to the point where they're like, if you remember the last Lord of the Rings, when all the dead kings
You don't
soldiers
have
come
fucking
on
ghost
the
monkeys.
No, they're not ghost monkeys, but I'm trying to compare what the monkeys will
It's
do
the worst comparison
to Burley.
in the history of comparing things.
You remember when they come in and they're like swarming over the elephants and the soldiers and just it's like taking them down like they're a wave? Well, that's what my monkeys are doing. Because my song's playing, because I'm a famous 80s singer, so it's playing all over the place, summoning these monkeys from everywhere. Even the monkeys that are loose in the Everglades, because people like to keep monkeys as pets and let them into the wild.
Yes, your monkeys are going to travel
and they're
literally halfway
him.
around the world before the fight's over.
And swarming him.
This is
not gonna kill Burley.
Okay.
It's gonna stun him to where I jump into Burley's mouth and let out the biggest power ballad ever in the history of power ballads and blow him up from the inside. Where after the guts settle from falling, all you see is me with my fist to the ground, with my hair swinging around, covered in Burley guts.
So while Brian, Burley, and all the apes and monkeys in the Western Hemisphere are fighting, what's the lumberjack doing?
I'm chopping wood, motherfucker.
He's gonna get crushed by Burley's bones when they fall.
Okay.
I'm making weapons out of wood.
He's gonna be so sad that his ox died. He's gonna be like, no, and then splat.
All right, let's get a ruling on this.
You know what though? I can't. Okay, first I'm surprised that Brian, you didn't go for, since you are in. I mean, well, first of all, Fox, I'm surprised you wasn't as concerned about hair being chopped off in a barbershop, because you know lumberjacks are bearded and typically, so that's what I was gonna go. I thought you was gonna go.
There wasn't a blade in there sharp enough to cut my beard hair.
Okay. The monkey thing, that was good. The fact that it stayed was based on Fox pulling Burley out, which was good. But Brian did dive into Burley and make him blow up, and after that, I didn't hear much from Fox on what he did. So, in that ruling alone, I have to give it to Brian.
Fair enough.
If I had a voice, I'd power ballad scream.
Fair enough. All right, moving on. That was pretty fun. Let's talk some news real quick before the end of the episode here. The title for the third Star Trek film has been announced. It's going to be Star Trek Beyond, which started production last week, and it is scheduled for release for July 8th, 2016. I can't wait. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I like the first two.
They're
Do we
awesome.
know if J.J. Abrams is doing the third one, or is he?
Involved.
Oh, he is.
Yes.
Then yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you like
But
the
is Buzz
first two,
Lightyear
Kyle?
in it?
Yeah, I like the first two. Star Trek, though, to me, is not. I don't know. I remember watching the TV show on the reruns as a kid. The movies, I've seen them, the original ones, but I can't tell you for the life of me which one was which, because I was young when I watched them. I've never been that into Star Trek. The new remakes, though, were nice. I thought they were really good. And I know they did a lot of things that, a lot of Easter eggs that were throwbacks to the older movies.
A lot of references.
So everybody would joke about oh, that was funny, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't get it because I don't remember that. So, but they're really good movies. I mean, I like them. I've always wanted to go back and watch the other movies and stuff.
We should totally do that sometime. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next bit of news. Reportedly, Guillermo del Toro has reportedly left the Justice League Dark film, but supposedly they're going to go forward with production of the movie just without him. Again, this is a rumor. I think that's terrible news for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like they haven't really done much with it, just talked about it. So who knows if it's actually going to end up getting made as is. But yeah, that takes a low blow to the movie.
He's perfect for that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to see on that one. And then the last bit of news that we have today, because we're still kind of in that pre-Comic-Con drought of news, and then we'll catch the tidal wave here in a few weeks of just an unbelievable amount of announcements, I'm sure. There was some Superman v Batman picks released in Entertainment Weekly. Did you guys get to check these out?
Yeah.
Lex Luthor with hair.
Looks horrible.
What the fuck was that?
It looks like
it really does look horrible.
He got lost and wandered from the Point Break remake to Superman v Batman.
He looks like a fucking homeless person with a nice sweater on.
Yeah, a cardigan.
Yeah, it looks terrible. The other thing that really stood out for me was on the cover of Entertainment Weekly, Wonder Woman. The size of Wonder Woman. She's too small.
Yeah, well,
she's an Amazonian queen, goddess of war.
She's got to be like buff. Like, it doesn't have to be that buff, but like she's really small.
She should be she should be taller.
She was all that too, but she's also like really thin. She doesn't look like Amazonian to me.
I could be okay with her, like as far as like how thin or how muscular she is, but the fact that Batman and Superman are both taller, like significantly taller than her, to me is not true to the character at all. I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts, Pirate?
I knew right out from the gate. I thought that was a bad character or bad actress choice. But like anything else with this movie, they've thrown out so much news that it's kind of like, well, we'll just see what it's like.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see.
I mean, it's for this. We've been talking about this movie since what, episode 1?
Not quite that far back, but
I could have sworn
a good 50 episodes.
Whenever it was announced.
When we heard Batman was announced, like it's Ben Affleck, like, and I think that was episode 1 or 2 that we talked about the whole Batfleck. But with her, I just don't. She's got like little tiny arms. I mean, she's built like a model because that's exactly what she is. And I'm actually surprised that like there hasn't been an uproar about Wonder Woman being the size she is. Like, oh, to be like you're Wonder Woman, and of course you have to look like an anorexic. So now you're gonna force girls to choke on spoons.
It's just a matter of time before that shit happens.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, this is what kind of image does this give our future women, that they have to be anorexic, bulimic chicks to be super. But I don't know. It's whatever. I just think that it was a bad choice, but I can't really say too much yet because I haven't seen the film.
Yeah, that's kind of where I think we're all at this point. Is we're tired of seeing news and we're just ready to see the movie, which isn't coming out for quite some time yet. So just have to wait and see. I am ready for another trailer, like a full-length trailer.
Yeah, I'm sure we may get one after
Super Bowl.
I'm sure we'll get something after
I mean, the holiday season. For sure, the holiday season we'll see something. But.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's about it for this episode. We appreciate everybody's support. Make sure you leave a comment on the video down below, and we'll see you next week. I'm Fox2. We got Pirate.
Hey, see you guys.
And the whole effing Brian.
Hey, see you guys.